All right, I'm getting ready to do a little something extra here. I am, everybody's doing shrimp and grits. Well, I'm going back to the old school, my mother and grandma. I'm going to do some smothered chicken and grits. Yes, I'm getting ready to do some smothered chicken and grits. These are some chicken thighs that I seasoned and I've, pan fried a little bit, and I baked them in the oven just to kind of get them, where I want them. And so I'm going to take these out for now. Okay. And this is just the broth that they cooked in the oven. So I'm going to let this thing cook down because I'm finna do that. And I'm going to try this recipe where one of my cousins just swears out that makes the best grits is using chicken broth and cream cheese. So we're going to try it, y'all, okay? So I've got me 32 ounces, which is about 4 cups of chicken broth. And this is probably a little over a cup of grits. So I'm getting ready to make some smothered chicken and grits. I've got 1 onion that I've diced up. So I'm just going to let these onions kind of cook down in this broth that I have. And I'm bringing my grits, my broth to a boil. So I've got me some chicken broth that I'm boiling, which is about 4 cups of chicken broth. And I put just a little bit of salt in it. So I've got the chicken broth coming to a boil. And I've got my onions, 1 onion that I've diced up that I'm cooking in this chicken broth that I made off of the chicken that I cooked. Again, I had about 6 chicken breasts that I seasoned. And I pan fried them a little bit and just let them bake in the oven for about 35-40 minutes. So this juice is cooking down with the chicken broth, the onions that is. So I'm gonna let them just cook right on down because I want it to kind of get to a little frying a little bit. Let this cook down in these juices. So I'm giving, hey Anjanine and Robert Martinez Rivera. I'm cooking smothered chicken and grits. That's what I'm getting ready to do. So smothered chicken and grits. So what I'm cooking now is I got my onions cooking in the broth that I made off of the chicken that I cooked. And then I have my chicken broth. I'm letting that come to a boil. I put just a little bit of salt in it. Butter on it. I've got a quarter. Where is it? This is about 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to put in my chicken broth. Let that come to a boil. Okay, there we go. We're frying now. There we go. Okay. So, now, let me get me some flour. I want to put a little bit of salt and pepper in here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of salt and pepper. Just a little bit. Just a little bit to kind of season my, a little bit of salt and pepper and a little bit of seasoning salt to put in here. Okay, there we go. So there we start to cook. Okay. So let me get me a tablespoon of flour here. Maybe it's 2 tablespoons. There we go. Yeah, so I've got 2 tablespoons of flour, kind of making a little roux, kind of, sort of, so I can get Get it going here. Now I need to get my water. Alright, this is about 2 cups of water. I can turn you off, can't I? I normally use kitchen bouquet to turn it a little bit darker, but we're going to just leave it just the way it is. We're going to leave it just this color. Okay, there we go. See there, we're sticking it up. There we go. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to need a little bit more because it's good and thick. We don't want it too thick. I want to loosen it up just a little. Just a little. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh, this is coming to a boil here. Let me turn this down. This is boiling here. Make sure I turn the right eye down. So my chicken broth is boiling. Let me turn this down for one. I'll add the rest of this water in it. There we go. There we go. Oh, that looks good. Okay. All right, y'all. So I got my... Here's my gravy. Okay. So now I'm going to put my chicken in it. Turning my eye down. So I'm putting my chicken in it. I'm gonna let that, turn that down, let that simmer. My chicken. So I've got me some smothered chicken and grits is what we're doing here. Yeah, see that gravy? See that gravy? Mm-hmm. Okay, so now, as my broth is coming to a boil and my butter is melted, I'm going to pour my grits in. So I got to turn that down. And I'm going to kind of whisk these. I usually whisk mine a lot to keep them from lumping up. So, oh, that smells so good. Y'all see that? Y'all see that gravy, that chicken, that smothered chicken? Let me turn you down on low. Y'all see that smothered chicken, Terry, Cynthia? Y'all see that smothered chicken in that gravy? Good God in Zion. You see the onions? There we go, buddy. All right. Ooh, you see my chicken broth thing, huh? Oh, I'm going to get it together one of these old days. Okay, there we go. Let me cook these down and get these some grits going here. Okay, so now that my grits are coming to a boil, they're cooking out. I don't know, like, keep wiping up behind myself. I know that's a bad habit I got. Yeah, so this chicken, that's some thick gravy. I got it just right, brother man, on the 5th and the 6th floor. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So now I've got a couple of, it's not much of the cream cheese. This is a couple of pieces. So I'm just dropping them in there. I'm not sure how they really specify to do it, so I'm just going to drop them in and just kind of whisk them in with the grits and let them cook. Because it don't take grits to cook long, because if you got the quick grits, they're going to cook right on down. So I'm just going to whisk the cream cheese in as the grits are cooking. And now to get them in there, So that's getting a little creamy in this. Okay. All right. Well, that did do a little something. Maybe she was right. So you see the cream cheese? I'm just whipping it up in here. And that's a little over a cup of grits. You see that, don't you? So I got more grits than I really need. You know, we be wasting stuff. All right, so that was coming along. So they might be all right. So on this nice, cool, crisp afternoon, I've got me some smothered chicken and grits. Carol, you see that? So that does give them a little creamy texture. Okay. You learn something new every day. Okay. Yeah. So I got this simmering. And my chicken is just simmering in the gravy. Again, if you want to make your gravy dark, you can get you some kitchen bouquet. Whatever you want to use to turn it dark. We're going to just leave it as it is. Quick and easy to whisk it up and get your flour and stuff going. Thank you. We're going to see how it tastes in a minute. All right. These do look kind of good. Okay. These do look kind of good. All righty. Well, all righty then. Well, all righty. I believe those grits about ready, y'all. It's gravy popping. It's gravy popping. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, boss. Smothered chicken and grits. Girl, y'all, fellas, ladies, it's the bomb. You ain't never tried. Oh, the grits are good and thick, just like I like them too, y'all. All right. Well, that came out okay. Let me see. Let's do a little taste test on these grits. Let's see. See, y'all? That's the grits. Let's see. Let's see if I under somebody time down. Okay. 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 I can see it. Okay. Okay. That butter and that cream cheese work together. That butter and cream cheese work together. All right, Keontas. You might be onto a little something. So again, I use about 4 cups of chicken broth, just regular chicken broth. And I put in 4 tablespoons of butter. And just a cup, it's not a couple of pieces off of the, a stick of cream cheese, not a whole stick. I just use a couple of pieces off of it. And a little over a cup of grits. And you see how much it made, right? I originally started out with 6 chicken thighs, but I only ended up with 5. And I made my gravy. So, we are done here. We are done. There's the smothered chicken and my grits. Yes, sir. Hey, Sierra, I made, Daisy, Penny, y'all, I made some chicken and grits. Yeah, you're right. It gives a little creamy taste. It gives it a little creamy taste, and that worked out perfect. So now, y'all, let me get this together. Let me sample it, and we'll be back, okay? Smothered chicken and grits. Not your average deal, but it's a country cooking, and I'm a country boy. I'm living in the city, but I'm a country boy at heart.